Alright, so today, Saturday, November 10th, 2012, Geek Life representatives, Matthew Taylor, Christopher Godso, and myself, and that little bit Jaren that was supposed to... No, just kidding.
We can edit that out.
No, we won't.
A fucking bitch Jaren that didn't show up. Anyway, we went to Coast City Comic Con here in
Sunny Portland, Maine.
Yeah, right here in sunny Portland, Maine. Anyway, we went there, and it was pretty okay so far.
Pretty okay. Where was all the events?
You're like, you know what? Nobody died.
It was pretty okay.
Matt took pictures of women.
Not just women, but
Okay.
mostly.
Cute women.
75% of the pictures Matt took were women. And
It's roughly accurate.
you can see him here in picture. No, he's not going to put him. I'm going to look stupid just pointing at him.
We'll have to put that in the post.
But we each saw some panels. Matt and I seen censorship. Hold on, let me check.
Marvel Now.
No, I meant the name of the censorship.
Censorship. Bleeps.
Called
Fuck censorship. Something like that.
Check Out the Fucking Program. I don't know if you can see it. No.
Fade away.
You have to edit this so much.
Nah, I'm just gonna put it up as is. Fuck it.
Censorship panel. Why censorship is bull. $, £,
Asterisk.
exclamation point, @ symbol. And it had Eric Holmes in it. Danielle Way. Daniel.
Daniel.
Wow.
Why do you want to call him?
I don't know.
I think you're in love with him and you just wish he was
You like
living.
a man?
He does.
I do. He
I do too. He's kind of awesome.
He was a sexy beast. I mean, let's admit it.
You just got a soft spot for alcoholics.
Yes, you'll see in some of the footage from the thing that I think he said he got drunk on Jack Daniels the night before.
Yeah, he went to the nerd rave and got totally wasted, he said. He said good times.
And Mark Todd was there. You probably don't know any of these people. Eric Holmes was lead design in Prototype, which is a game. That's a question.
Yes, it is a game. It's an awesome game.
It is a cool
Prototype 1 and 2 were fucking kick-ass.
Well, it's just this Prototype. And Gears of War 3. Daniel Way. Was a writer in Deadpool and for the video game. And he also is writing the new Thunderbolts for Marvel now. And Mort Todd, who used to be the editor of Cracked Magazine back in the day, and is now doing
You also work at Marvel.
Vets. Oh, we have a Vets here. You check it out, Vets. Which is a magazine published in Portland, Maine.
Yes, Mort Todd is also from Maine.
He is.
Originally, and he's back in Maine.
And apparently he started smoking when he was 30.
Just in case you guys didn't know. You'll see
How
that in
old
the
is he
video.
now?
I don't know, like...
Old.
I don't want to say a number
Wait.
because then I'll feel bad.
I just said old,
I'm going to say 50.
but let's face it, none of these people are going to see this.
He's got a lot of gray hair and he looks older.
None of these people are going to see this.
How many people from the con do you think are going to go to the website?
All of them.
They all should.
They're going to go to Geek Life without the 3 E's. Or the
All
ones.
they have to do is Google it.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
come
because
up.
Matt didn't give it to him right.
Not if you Google Geek Life.
They didn't ask for it to be given right.
Although some of the girls apparently already know about it.
One.
Bitches
One.
love Geek Life.
Yeah.
But the censorship panel was pretty cool. I mean, Daniel Way pretty much
Stop, the Transformers are coming.
Dominated that, if that's not really the correct word, but, you know, he did the most
Has some
talking.
very strong views on censorship.
And this is fucking an awesome panel. And when you guys see it on, I don't know, it might be on YouTube or it might be clipped, parts of it at least will get up there on the interwebs eventually. Fucking awesome. I kid you not.
It was very informative.
And, side note, I just saw Jim Duggan today, which would be more exciting if I still watched wrestling, but, you know, it was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. From the 80s, I used to watch his cartoon. And, of course, Matt and Chris met him also.
Yes, we did. Did you meet him?
And I got a picture. Signed. Give him a seizure.
I have Honky Tonk Man signed from when he was at,
Good deal.
yeah. And he fucking charges $10. Honky Tonk Man.
So did
Yeah, but Hacksaw Jim Duggan was so much better.
he's a Hall of Famer.
Well, I think Honky Tonk Man is too. Okay.
Want to record individual podcasts for each of us, each of the things we went to?
No, we can do it all at one. All in one, like,
Okay.
podcast.
Christine, the author panel,
I saw everything he did.
writing for pop culture.
Alright.
He'll tell you about it.
Writing for Pop Culture author panel. Had Jeff Klein, who's the developer and producer of Jackie Chan Adventures, G.I. Joe, Renegades. Actually, yes, it did have him there. I know him because he was of his work on Transformers Prime, the CG show. Alex Irvin, who's a writer for Avengers Alliance, which is the Flash game that's on Facebook right now.
Which you can find an interview done by Steve with him on geeklife.com.
Yes, and he also wrote Iron Man Rapture, which is, in my opinion, fucking awesome. I liked it.
Okay, back to Chris.
And also Mort Todd was there, who, as Steve said, was the editor formerly of Cracked Magazine. Also was a pretty high-ranking guy in
Didn't he say
Marvel.
he also did Monster Magazine too? It was like Cracked, but it was
He may
like
have.
monsters.
I don't know, I wasn't listening.
No, but it was actually, they had a lot of good information in that, where they were talking about the process of writing for pop. When they say pop culture, they're talking about just contemporary stuff with new media and the processes they use. And it was really interesting to hear about what's involved in writing it for a video game. Alex Irvin was talking about the Avengers Alliance, where he has to write a base storyline, which is basically if everybody just goes through and does none of the side quests, and then he has to go back through and write it all over again, but on the second time write it as if they take every one of the side quests, and then he also has to make sure that the contingencies are there, so if they go on to side quests, but some of them but not other ones, that the story still makes sense. And to me, it just sounded like a shitload of work. I'm used to writing one story, this is what you get, basically you can interpret it, but you're going to be down to, saying, well, I didn't think his hair color was brown or something like that. That's the amount of choice you get and what you get for an experience when I write. So just that amount of work, and he does a lot of book adaptations, and he did the book adaptation for Iron Man 2, which he described the process was kind of like, getting cavity searched at the Pentagon when you're going into the, central level, where they would let him read the script and take notes, but they wouldn't send him a copy of the script, so he had to go in, take notes, leave his cell phone and everything else outside while he was in a glassed-in room where everybody could watch him and make sure that he wasn't stealing the script. Just because they didn't want him to leak the information, because the movie was still in production at that point. and it's actually really interesting to hear about what goes into writing for new media and stuff, because everybody kind of understands what is involved in writing a book, what's involved in writing a screenplay, but a lot of these other areas where writers are branching out, they don't. It's something that most people don't really get to see, and it was actually really interesting to hear him talk about it.
You also saw, part of the screening of the movie You Can't Kill Stephen King.
I did. I see they sent a disc that was a little screwed, so we got to see like the first third of it, and it was hilarious. It was really funny. Only one person
Was it
died.
meant to be funny?
Yes, it was intentionally, it was intentionally funny. It wasn't just campy. The girls in it were extremely hot, and which I think was planned. I don't want to ruin it for you. They kill the token person that you're going to know is going to die first, just because he's so obnoxious. So, aside from that, I can't tell you anything about it. Not because I don't want to give it away, but because I didn't actually see the rest of the movie.
The disc screwed up.
Right, the disc was screwed up, and the guy looked at it and he goes, "It looks like there are gaps in the disc." And I'm like, whatever. But yeah, so what I saw was promising. It did not. It looked. You could tell it was indie. You know, like some of the camera movements and stuff is usually what gives away an indie film, and this one had that. It had a little bit more of a, buddy filming it with a really high-end type camera movements and stuff. But I mean, the writing was funny. I mean, it's. I'd definitely like to see the rest of it, and it's pretty much all I have to say, because it was a little bit of a process to even get to see the first third of it.
You also saw Ragged Isle. We skipped it. The Ragged Isle.
I was in that panel, the Ragged Isle panel. It wasn't just Ragged Isle. They're actually launching a new online portal for Maine and local indie films. They're calling it the Entertainment Connection, I believe, is the name of it.
Everybody's stealing my fucking ideas.
You gotta be a little quicker on the trigger, man.
I need to have a few more dollars so I can...
Yeah. Somebody win the Megabucks and fund all his ideas. And he's gonna cut us in.
You could always do a Northern Maine
Entertainment
one.
Experiment panel. That was the name of the new portal. It's basically, it's all free content. It's nothing you have to pay a monthly fee for, which was cool. It had the producers from Ragged Isle, Haunt Maine, which is kind of like a Ghost Hunters type deal, but it's locally produced with local sites. The producers from The Cleansed and Vacationlanders and No Refund for Content. All of the shows are locally produced.
The foodie one's supposed to be on there too, right?
That wasn't part of this panel. I think just because it has its own panel later on.
But I think they're planning on putting that on the channel, aren't they? From what I thought I read on the internet.
And they showed some previews and clips of it and everything, which we have footage of, which actually it really looked cool. Some of the shows, especially Refund for Content, No Refund for Content, apparently filmed in it's in the movie theater service industry. So it's filmed as in the people that work in a movie theater, like they sell the popcorn and clean the seats and stuff like that. And it's a comedy, so that actually sounds pretty cool. And Vacationlanders, I thought was going to be the typical, Flatlander comes to Maine and has to. Is surprised that they don't have to.
It's more like preparing for the apocalypse.
Right.
Deal,
yeah,
right?
and I didn't know that, and I'm watching this and I'm thinking, okay, I get this. This is grumpy old men without the old men, and it wasn't. It was actually. It was kind of cool. It was, and one of them was an audio drama. The Cleanse, I believe, it's not even a film project, it's a podcast.
Yes, I saw the card they have that looks like it. I might actually go have it. Matt might have it. I'll see if
one of us probably does, because we have a ton of swag from the show, but, yeah, I mean, they actually film it on location. I say film, but there's no camera.
Hey, yeah, so
they record.
Why do you not have that one?
Which one?
They, all the audio, like if they're,
one.
the story serves with them running down a stone hallway at an old mill. They're actually recording the sound at the mill, and people are running down the hallways and stuff. So it's actually set to be, the audio sounds realistic because they're actually recording the sound on location. I keep saying film because, I don't have very good vocabulary, but it's pretty much they're recording audio for it, and it's kind of like the most realistic audiobook you could think of, or a movie without the video. So.
Did you find it?
I don't have it either. I think because it said audio, I skipped over it.
Well, come over and talk about Escape from Jesus Island.
Yes, Escape from Jesus Island.
I so want to read this graphic novel. I was so hoping I was going to win that poster.
I was too, not that you were going to win it, but I was. Okay. Escape from Jesus Island. Which, we do have that card.
Yep, right there.
You can look at my fat gut while I reach overboard. Here's a pic of it. How fucking awesome is that? Zombie crucified. Which isn't anti-religious. It's written by Sean French, and the dude that draws it is Mortimer Glum. There's a few other people that are involved in it, but...
Which are on the video that we'll have of the whole trailer and them talking a little bit about it later on.
Yes. But basically what it is these people find the Shroud of Turin or something like that. And they try to clone Jesus from DNA on the Shroud of Turin. I mean, this of course takes into account that it is actually the DNA of Jesus that's on it. But we won't get into a religious debate on Geek Life.
This is about a graphic novel, not about the religious content.
Exactly. And the way the...
Although he did say that he studied the Bible for 2 years before writing this graphic novel.
Right before he bastardized the story of the Bible.
Well, he wanted to make sure he had his facts right before he twisted them.
The facts in the Bible.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway, he was talking about how Dolly, the sheep that got cloned, they went through more than one sheep.
Before they got one that was right.
Yeah.
They were counting sheep for a while.
And
don't laugh, man.
This is what would happen if they did it with Jesus' DNA. You would have a bunch of fucking mutants.
Mutant Jesus freaks.
On this island, which is where they keep them.
Okay.
And they were talking about how the Antichrist is like the polar opposite of Jesus.
He's like his twin brother, they say.
Right, he has the same powers and everything. And so Jesus and his twin brother Damien. Actually, I don't even know if his name is Jesus.
It's Jesus' clone. They never really specify if he has a name otherwise.
We'll just assume it is.
It's like a photocopy.
Right.
We'll write the actual description down on the website eventually. But, I fucking forgot what I was going to say.
What about him being an evil version of Jesus and torturing people and shit?
Anyway, this is going to be a fucking awesome book. In my opinion, it looks awesome. And like Matt said, we'll be putting the trailer that they showed up later.
Soon.
And they're expecting it to be released Easter of 2013.
Which we thought was kind of funny.
It's great. I think, if I remember correctly, they said January they're going to put a Kickstarter up.
Mm-hmm.
And I recommend everybody going fucking...
At least giving $1.
A dime, even. I mean, it'll be well worth it.
We just want to read this comic.
Oh. I mean, they're thinking about making it a whole franchise.
And not only that, they eventually want to make it a movie.
Because that's how it started.
Because that's how he originally wrote it, was as a screenplay.
Yeah.
And then he had to hack it and hack it and hack it to...
Yeah.
And he totally destroyed the story, so he put it away for a while. Then he came back to it years later and said, "Oh, look, we can do this as a graphic novel and do whatever the hell we want."
I can understand that, because the book I'm writing, I started out as a screenplay, and you get to the point where writing a screenplay is a really soul-sucking experience, because...
I fucking love it. No, I'm serious.
Because you're pretty much... And they were talking about this, too, in the author panel, where the differences between the different types of media, and writing for film and TV is you're basically just saying this guy does this, and then this guy does this, and then this guy does this, which is the opposite of a book where they say show, don't tell. You know, in a screenplay, you're basically just telling what somebody does. You know, like, he does this, he says this, he goes there. And, you know, it's really, I can understand how if you get to the point where you're really into a story, and as far as, you know, wanting to develop it, and then you get to the point where you're just like, wow, I just can't stand to write this in a screenplay format anymore, and going a different way with it. And you can definitely understand why they did that. And actually, it really sounds cool, I think. But a lot of people are going to hate it, because a lot of people, you know, are Republicans. Or religious in... You know, it's gonna. Hopefully, they don't have the backlash.
Well, it's like they said.
Movie.
They said that. I mean, look at the title. It basically sells itself. Because bad publicity is still publicity.
Right.
Because even people are going to be like, "Oh, you can't read this," which is going to make other people go, "Oh, I have to read this."
Right.
Which
you
they
know,
touched upon.
Which they touched upon on the censorship thing. It's like it's kind of like
being told
all-encompassing day. It was. Oh, why don't you
Anyway, I recommend fucking go check this out. Escape from Jesus Island. They have a website, JesusIsland.com. It redirects to their Facebook page, but just go fucking check them out because I said so.
And if we get 100 likes, we get them 100 likes, we get to be turned into mutants.
Right. Or at least one of us.
Really.
That's awesome.
And
the Kickstarter, one of the things is going to be that
you get to be in the comic book, and not just as a side character. But if you donate enough, you get to be a main character in the plot of the story that they've set aside.
Save now.
Right?
Start saving.
Show everybody the swag you got at the end of the night, the free comic, because you're just that cool.
I will in a minute. We still got fucking...
What else do we got to talk about?
I can't remember. Hold on.
This is going to take like a decade.
Author
to upload,
Escape.
Marvel Now with Daniel Way. That's
Yes.
the only other thing we did.
Fucking Marvel Now with Daniel Way. Who is, I have to say, I haven't really read any of his shit. In fact, I probably haven't read any of his stuff.
But now I want to.
I do. He's fucking awesome, man. I tell you what. I mean, this guy.
Tell him, Steve.
I think I love him.
Tell him, Steve, Dave.
Wow.
I just want to. No, I'm just kidding. Chances are slim he's ever going to see this, but if he does. I have an erection thinking about you right now. No, that's not even right. Anyway.
Wow.
It's not right, but it's still going on.
He talks about Deadpool a little, but mostly about his new book coming out, Thunderbolts.
Which is a very weird team of heroes.
It has, like...
Deadpool.
Red Hulk.
Punisher.
Red Hulk.
Red Hulk.
Other people.
Psylocke.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I thought he said Psylocke.
No. There's some fucking person in there that he said looks fucked up. That girl. I can't remember her name. I wasn't paying attention. No, I
don't remember what he said her name was either. Now that you talking about
I
it.
know. Anyway.
But basically, it's all just a group of superheroes that go out and kill.
It's kind of like Uncanny X-Force with Wolverine leading it. Which, if you've read it late, like the Dark Angel saga, it was. That was fucking awesome. I read it. Anyway, just go fucking check out Daniel Way's
stuff.
Shit. I mean, he seems like a cool person.
He's a writer, not an artist, so you can't blame him if the art sucks.
Right.
If it doesn't make any sense, then you give him shit.
Right.
Actually, I won't even say he's cool, because like I said, I don't fucking know him. But
he's still in love with him.
Fucking right.
He's got his old man crush going on.
He just seems like somebody I would never hang around with in real life, because he's one of those people that would ignore me.
Now show him the weird comic that you got at the end of the night, all because you run a website.
Wait, isn't there something else?
No, there isn't.
There isn't nothing.
No, I was gonna go through the swag I got.
Yeah, let him.
Okay, go through your swag.
All right, this here is a short graphic novel named Wolves by Becky Cloonan. I got her autograph there as well. I actually got this because she is big on self-publishing, and I thought there was a reference in here to that, but it isn't. It's in her other book. But I got her autograph here, supported her for self-publishing, and I got the copy, and Steve got one as well, the Calamitous Black Devils.
He actually
autograph.
got the other cover.
He got the other cover. So.
Which is pretty much the same thing, just
Autographed by the creator. The
Which
guy
takes
actually,
place what, during World War II?
Yes. The actually was it the artist or the author or both?
I think he does both.
He's actually lives in Maine. He's a Maine transplant. This is a signed copy of Iron Man Rapture by Alex Irvine.
Nice.
Yeah, it's illustrated and written by him. And I might butcher his fucking name, but it's Joseph Schmalke. Schmalke. I might be saying it wrong, and if I am,
sorry.
Yeah, but and I think he has these for sale at Coast City. Don't quote me on it though, but I think
one of a kind, only done once, Adventure Time cover.
Yep, everything that's from here down, and Matt has one as well.
Somewhere.
Which I'll show. As soon as he digs it out. He lost it. Yep. So you can see what.
This is how parents shop for their kids for Christmas.
Right.
Well, these parents from Geek Life.
That's right, Geek Dads.
I'm not a parent.
Autograph copy of the picture of Hacksaw Jim Duggan if you forget what he looked like.
He actually had pieces of wood you could buy there too. That
yeah, the 2x4s.
And then I got the from a manga artist.
She was really talented.
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but she was cool.
It's that.
Right there, that's her name.
Autographed. And this is actually a really cool print. She had a lot of cool stuff, but this one seemed like what my son would like the best. So.
Yeah, I like that one that they showed. The woman was in like white dress and holding the
rifle.
gun.
Yeah, that was cool as well.
You need to pause it to take a phone call?
No, I'll take a phone call after.
Okay, was that all your stuff?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, we also got, which nobody has read yet, which I'll probably be reading, not tonight, not tomorrow, but eventually soon. And there will probably be a review on Geek Life sometime. Summer of '74.
Episode 1.
Episode 1, which is like a preview of
a play.
Yeah, that they want to do. Well, it's gonna come out as a
graphic novel.
Also.
Yeah. That's gonna be written like a play. Because they said they want it to be in the style of like Rocky Horror-esque, where people will come to the play and dress up as the characters and interact.
It says it's coming out summer of 2013, which is next summer.
And they're playing it off as it's a parody of Star Wars, but they're playing it off as the true tale of Star Wars.
Right.
What if George Lucas in '74 had gone to this town and saw all these characters and was inspired by them to do Star Wars?
Vader is a doctor.
Right, a proctologist, I believe.
This is what the back of the book says.
I don't want to see what the Death Star looked like.
You're cutting off my fucking head.
Nope.
It says, join Lucas, Hansel, Chewie, Princess, and Dr. and Mrs. Vader on the fun-filled romp through the year that created the backstory for the Star Wars mythosphere in the summer of '74. And the images are okay. I mean, here's what they look like. And they're going to be doing a Kickstarter for this also. I can't remember when or if it's already up.
It's basically indie guys getting out their indie work, and
apparently they do have a poster of like this in color which was okay. Anyway, I'm gonna read it and eventually put something up on the website. But the story is written by Liam Sheff and SZV Taylor.
No relation.
We'll find out his actual name tomorrow, maybe, if we remember. It's illustrated by this by Liam Sheff, and their website is s74comics.com. Like I said, I'll be reading this, and oh, here's his name, Scott Taylor. I'll be reading this soon, and we'll put something up on the website. I'm interested in reading it, actually. There's swear words in it, which makes it all that much more better. And marijuana plants, as we previously showed you.
Yeah.
Geek Life does not promote drug use or alcohol use.
What else do we have for shit we got?
I think that's about it for today, really.
Oh, we got badges.
Oh, we got
Check out.
badges. We don't need no stinking badges.
And check out this shit that Matt made. This is mine. Yeah, that's right. How many of you are jealous? None of you?
None of you, nice.
And that is a recap of day one at the Coast City Comic Con in Portland, Maine, 2012.